Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 140 of NasCard Radio. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. Logan, how are you doing?
I think I'm feeling the draft.
You feel? I bet you are. And if-
In more ways than one, maybe.
yeah, well, again, this is NasCard Radio where trading cards and racing meet. We want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, of course. And we got a great show for everybody. We gonna do racing recap. Had a few races there in Talladega. We're gonna talk about NASCAR's released more names of the 75 greatest drivers, and we'll see how we're doing so far. Last week, and then there's been some Optic 2022 Donruss Optic Yeloow cards sightings, and kind of our special segment is the 2000 Upper Deck Victory Circle PowerDeck cards. A little kind of uh, set there where time forgot. So, but it's pretty cool. I'm sure you're gonna like it. And then we'll finish the show with King's Court. And then
Yay.
somewhere in the show, we're gonna have a chance for a giveaway for some 2022 Donruss Optic Yellow packs. So you gotta find it. Okay. Oh, shout outs.
Yep.
Especially like shout out Kyle Katz, Skid Marks, Justin Williams, Michael Haggard, and Beans Ball Card Blog for the YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them. We
Yes, we
appreciate
do.
all the conversations in the comments. Some good conversation there. So I guess we'll just go right to the race recap.
All right, go for it, man. Talladega, big T, little A.
Yes, no truck race at Talladega. They won't let them run in Talladega. Next race is not till May, so we're talking Kansas Speedway, Heart of America 200. That's going to be May 6th at 8 p.m. So night race on Saturday in May, but we're still in April. So
Yeah, a little bit of news for the Kansas truck race.
yes,
Tony Breidinger is going to make her Truck Series debut. And her sponsor is Val. Who is it?
Victoria's Secret.
You are correct. Ding, ding, ding. Not only that, she is a Victoria's Secret model as well. So this will be interesting to me. We're going to have Tony Breidinger and Haley Deegan head to head. Is this going to light a fire under Haley Deegan? What do you think?
I, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Um, what's the right word? We'll see how they finish. So I don't know how Tony drives. I haven't really seen her in anything yet, so I'm looking forward to that race. So
Yeah, me too. That's gonna be on my watch list for sure. I can't wait to see that one, especially the Victoria's Secret car. I wonder what they're going to have on it or off it. Who knows?
I don't know. I just think it's awesome, to have more drivers there in the truck series. So
Yeah,
it's great. I don't know what this will do for card prices. I don't know if any folks are have those cards already purchased up. There might be an opportunity to maybe make some resales here or not, or pick some up. So we still have 2 weeks, I guess it is before that. So her cards are pretty high anyway, but
they are.
high, and she hasn't really run any of these top three races yet, but she will. So
Yep. Can't wait.
yep. Moving over to the Xfinity Series, that was race number 9, and that was the AG Pro 300s, and that was Saturday, April 22nd at Talladega Superspeedway. Jeb Burton was our winner. Highest finishing rookie was Parker Retzlaff.
Yeah, that was a heck of a race, man. We had cars doing cartwheels and tumbling and barrel rolling, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm glad to see nobody was hurt. That was kind of scary.
Yes, I know we kind of gloss over some of that stuff. This car's safety have come so far over the years, and we'll watch the video from the Cup race, but we take for granted these accidents, and these guys thankfully are able to walk away unhurt. So, but that
Yep.
one you were saying, that was a roll, the barrel roll, end over end. It was just watching that was, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was Blaine Perkins in the O2 car. Man, he just kept going over and over and over. It's like, man, I hope nobody hits him, while he's flipping like that. But he was okay. I think they checked him out at the was it the infield care center, and he was fine. But for precautionary reasons, they sent him to the hospital in Birmingham.
That's awesome, because you never know with that concussions or anything else
Mm-mm.
what can go wrong, and at least if something does go wrong, at least for observation, he's in the medical center. So
Yep.
as opposed to the other way, where God forbid he's needing it, and we know where Talladega is. There's nothing around there between. You got to go to Atlanta or Birmingham. So
Yeah, it's definitely Podunk, Alabama. There ain't
yeah.
nothing there, dude. I mean, there's nothing there.
Well, just throwing it out there, I've been a few times, and where we usually stay with hotels is right there on the Georgia Alabama line. There's some hotels there, but there's really nothing else. You know, even in Talladega, there's not much.
No, have you ever been to the town of Talladega? It's just a little bitty town.
I have
It's
not.
south of the track. We stayed at a bed and breakfast there one time. But that was a bad mistake because getting to the track was painful
Yeah.
from there.
Okay, Jeb Burton. Rookies are in 2012 fanfare. Uh, I'm liking this 2012 fanfare, because it's got Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Jeb Burton. So he has a base card in fanfare card number 64. Only a few different parallels back then with the hollow foil, die cuts, sapphire, silver, blue foil, and diamond. And then you have magnificent materials, two versions of those. And then you have autographs, different parallels, blue, red, gold, silver. And then there's a dual autograph, which is is really cool, with Ward Burton and Jeb Burton, only serial number to 10.
Cool.
And that's it.
That ain't nothing, man. I mean, not compared to today.
No, and only in 2012 fanfare.
Yeah.
So that was his first Xfinity win.
No, I think he won. He's won before.
Okay. It's been a while then.
It has been a while.
And then our highest finishing rookie, Parker Retzlaff, he doesn't have any cards. So that's it for the card recap for them. Next race number 10, is going to be a Game 200 Dover Motor Speedway, Saturday, April 29th at 1:30 p.m.
That'd be nice.
Yes. Moving over to the Cup Series. That was race number 10, and that was the Geico 500. That was Sunday, April 23rd at Talladega Super Speedway. Our winner was Kyle Busch. Highest finish rookie was Ty Gibbs at position 31.
Yeah, he ran out of gas on that second overtime restart. I mean, as soon as he was going into turn one, we saw it. In fact, we were there.
Yeah, and I think
we
Noah
saw it.
finished right behind him. So,
yep, it was a great race. A couple of takeaways that I had from the race is I was glad to see the diversity of the fans.
that's awesome.
The fan diversity was more than I've ever seen it any time since I've been going to Talladega, and I've been going to Talladega since 1986. Back when you could go there in the summertime and the inside of your ears get sunburned. It's so hot, and it was absolutely miserable. But literally, the race was the literally the coolest I've ever been at Talladega. It was in the 60s, and it was a great race. We enjoyed it thoroughly. We were happy to see the winner, which you'll talk about here in a second. It was a fun time. It was a day trip. We left at like 5 o'clock in the morning and got back at like midnight. So it
Now
was
we'll
a long day.
show the video that was probably one of the worst accidents I've ever seen, or the hardest hits. I've never seen a car um, with the damage like this. I guess since maybe Daytona and Ryan Newman or whatever. But let me play some of this bean footage here.
Wow. Listen, it wouldn't have mattered if he throttled up or didn't throttle up. That contact was going to happen anyway. That just was a bad scenario.
Well, don't forget. Oh, I told you that was a hard hit.
So right there with Ryan Preece, he's hit so hard it knocks his visor up.
Sure did. That was a hard hit, and luckily for Kyle Larson, it was on the passenger side and not the driver's side. I think if he'd gotten T-boned on the driver's side, he could have had some serious injuries.
Yeah, because I think it was Clint Boyer was pointing out the roll bar, how it kind of looked like a bent and twisted inside the car.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah. I think they still have a little bit of work to do on these cars. I think they're still a little too stiff. They need to put more give into these cars to where they can absorb more energy. Because that was one of the hardest hits I have seen in a long, long time. I'm just glad everybody was okay.
Yeah, you could have had a whole nother outcome. So hopefully, NASCAR does a great job. They'll take those cars and kind of break them down and see where they can make advancement to make them even more safe.
Yeah, that they took Kyle Larson's car straight from the track, and then they went over to Stewart Haas Racing and picked up Ryan Preece's car Monday. And from what I understand, what I heard on NASCAR Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, they said that NASCAR is hiring an independent firm to recreate that crash and see what they can do, what can be done to make it safer. So it was that serious of a crash.
Yeah, for us, watch these every week. Like I said, I haven't seen anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Two cars colliding like that, and the amount of damage to the sidewalls of the car.
Yeah.
So moving on. So Kyle Busch was our winner, and we've talked about him before. His rookies are in 2004 for the more traditional. The one on the left is that 2002 Choice Marketing Rising Stars. I think that was a track, one of the local tracks, being sold, whatever, but not through Press Pass or anybody else. It wasn't until 2004, and he was pretty much included in all the Press Pass sets with
Yeah.
the base Press Pass card number 38, and there's also a variation on that where behind him is green. It's the infield. There's also autographs. There's top prospect memorabilia. There's also 2004 Optima. He has cards there. And let me change the slide. Also in 2004 Press Pass Stealth and Trackside High Gear. And then there's the parallels for each of those. And then the Trackside, there's also like Beckett samples and Golden that are numbered out of 100. There's Stealth, there's X-Ray is numbered out of 100. Optima Gold numbered out of 100. So a lot of cool cards for Kyle Busch in 2004, numbered and unnumbered parallels. So Lots to collect. And you're talking about a future Hall of Famer, one of the 75 greatest drivers of all time.
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely a future Hall of Famer, 2-time Cup champion. He's won so many truck races, so many Xfinity races that he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, I'd probably say he's probably one of the top 10, top 15 drivers of all time in NASCAR.
Oh, he's definitely a top 10.
Yeah. And then highest finishing rookie at position 31 was Ty Gibbs.
TFG.
We've talked about, 2020 Panini Chronicles, all the different sets in there with Crusade, Phoenix, Score, Spectra, and then in 2020 Panini Prism, only scripted signatures in that release. So that's it with Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, we talk about him every week. I mean, even when he ran out of gas, he still beat Noah Gragson. But Gragson was doing good until that first overtime restart. And
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah,
that's when everything went crazy.
I saw some of that. Now the only thing, and I don't know necessarily to air it here or to ask you, is that accident at the end of that race, they didn't freeze the field with the yellow, which I don't understand. They let him come in for the checkered flag.
Well, they did freeze the field, Val.
Okay.
But there, we were there at the track, and they were talking about, was Ryan Blaney out front or was Kyle Busch out front? Which we were watching it. We knew Kyle Busch was out front when that happened, and of course there was that a couple moments of uncertainty, and then all of a sudden they announced Kyle Busch is your winner before he even took the checkered flag.
Oh, okay. Well, I think on the TV they were just they didn't say anything, and they just kind of let it go to the flag. So
yeah, luckily Kyle Busch had enough gas to get to the checkered flag. That's what they were worried about. Was he going to have enough
maybe
gas?
that's okay, but it wouldn't matter if they froze the field, I guess. But
no, it still matters. You still have to cross. You still have to cross the start finish line.
Okay, maybe that's why then.
That you still have to do that. I mean, ask Mark Martin; he knows all about that.
Okay. Well, all right. Anyway, so next race number 11. That's the Worth 400. That's going to be at Dover Motor Speedway, Sunday, April 30th at 2 p.m. Stages for that race: end of lap 120, end of lap 250, and end of lap 400.
So I got a couple little nuggets from Talladega as far as things that went on.
Sure.
It was Kevin Harvick's 800th start in Cup, and only 9 drivers have only had 800 starts in Cup. So that's a pretty elite group. I think most of them are in the Hall of Fame. Richard Petty is the only driver to win in his 800th start, of course. And I've got my Richard Petty shirt, as you can see, I got at Talladega. But there were also at Talladega, there were 308 green flag passes for the lead, which is a new record. So you can't tell me that it wasn't exciting, because we were there and it was very exciting. Even though they were doing some 2x2 a good bit of the time, it was still very exciting race. And Michael Jordan was there, so that was pretty cool too.
That was the other part there. Was Bubba Wallace was leading some of that too, and getting turned there. We can talk probably for an hour about that. But
yeah, that's what happens when you block. I mean, because he went down, he went back up, and Blaney just barely touched him. Yeah, he was, because we were watching when they were going into turn 2. From where we were sitting, we saw that, and we saw Bubba just going up and down trying to block, and it'll catch up with you. And we all know that Brad Kay, he doesn't like that. He's gonna run you over. So, but it wasn't Brad Kay, of course. But I don't think Blaney did anything on purpose. It's just
they were talking about it like, they're all going to the win right for that point, right? And that, so kind of all bets off. There was no malice on anybody. Everybody just trying to win. So
Yep. Yeah. The laws of physics, you can't put two cars in that same place. So
and if you don't try, you're never nobody's going to give you a win. So all
no.
those guys up front are trying. So moving over to Formula One, there was no race, but they are racing this week at the Azerbaijani Grand Prix, and that's going to be Sunday, April 30th at 7 a.m., and that's the Baku City Circuit. Moving over to IndyCar, they were also off. Their next race is Sunday, April 30th at 3 p.m. That's the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama. And let's see, we got a little preview here.
Racing Barber Motorsports Park in an IndyCar. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Sudden drops, hairpin turns, flat out straights pushing 180 miles per hour for 90 laps. So yeah, it's kind of like a roller coaster, except the other cars on the track are looking to send you off the rails.
Experience the NTT IndyCar Series this Sunday with the Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix at 3 p.m. Eastern, live on NBC and Peacock.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race.
Yeah, I'm hoping Chip Ganassi, they'll be giving some more packs away. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yep. I think
So
that's all Ed?
I was going to say, that Barber Motorsports Park, I think it's kind of north of Birmingham. It's, of course, it's not far from Talladega, of course.
Gotcha.
So cool.
Yep. So that's their race recap there. You want to talk about NASCAR 75 greatest drivers? They have released more.
We can talk about them real quick.
Yep.
So
how are we doing so far?
We did good this week. we were batting 1,000. They on the 20th they announced Denny Hamlin. 21st was Chase Elliott. 24th, Carl Edwards, which we had heard rumors that he had told NASCAR he did not want to be part of the 75 greatest drivers. But apparently those rumors were false. So I'm glad he's in there because I love Carl Edwards. We all know how he got, in my opinion, he got shafted out of the championship just to give Jimmy his 7th championship. And then on the 25th, we had Ron Hornaday, and the 26th, we have Jeb Burton, the mayor of the garage area.
Yep, I'm looking forward to the rest of them to find out who from our list didn't make it and who NASCAR chose, or the blue ribbon panel chose that we didn't choose. So
blue ribbon panel.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So more of those to be revealed.
Yeah, but we're happy with all these, and they were on our list, so that's good.
Yep. Yeloow, Optic, 2022 Donruss, Optic. Our next segment here. We've been following this, I guess, since last August. Joe Logano had a little video back in August of getting some packs from Panini. We've talked about these packs before where these were kind of a mistake, and Panini had the printer, I guess, contacted them. They had the wrong color. Panini had them pack them up, and so they released, they being Panini, I guess they gave it out to the dealers or whatever at Mint Collective in Las Vegas. So they've been hitting the second market, and special shout out to Jeff at Panini for getting some to us so we can give some away. So we're super excited to be able to do that over the next few weeks here, and we'll be doing a giveaway here on the show just for folks that are watching, not necessarily through social media. We'll do social media, I guess, next week, whatever. But so just for the folks who watch the show each week, get you guys a shot before everybody else. So 4 cards in the packs.
Yep.
And
And the
Just
silver packs, of course.
no inserts, no autos. It's just the base 100 card Optic set. So we have another parallel for everybody kind of to chase. So they're all available in the packs.
Yeah, and something we've noticed about the packs, the ones we've opened up so far, the collation is very good. If you get enough packs, you should be able to make a set. It's that good. It's not like some of the things we've seen, like in Chronicles, where you get, you open a few boxes, you get 20 of one guy and you get 0 of somebody else. It's not like that. These are very well collated.
Yeah, so 4 cards a pack, 100 cards. So 25 Optic packs should do it if you get the right 25.
Yep. So, like I said, it's very doable to get a set. I've been seeing some of the prices online. Some of them, it varies. You see them from a few dollars to, $10, $12, $15 or even more. It just depends on who it is.
Yeah, I think, the bigger drivers, folks who are highly collected, Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch and those that they have the regular card and then they have the retro card in that 100 card set. There's a few rated rookies and then you have the what are the Race Kings.
Yeah, you have the Race Kings, which I really like. Of course, here's one of the King right here.
It looks so good with that yellow, it pops out as the background. The Race Kings I think look really sharp.
Yeah, that's my favorite subset within the set is the Race Kings. So yeah, those are really nice. I think it's cards 1 through 10. There's only like 5 rated rookies in there. I wish they had done more, but it would have been nice if they had Sammy Smith in here, but he's not in the rated rookies in the Optic Pulsar. I've seen him call all kinds of things. The yellow, gold, Optic Pulsar, blah, blah, blah. People really can't grasp because I don't know either what to call them.
Right. So the gold, it kind of looks like the gold card, which are numbered out of 10, right? So that's what makes the distinction between these because these are not numbered. But you have what is it? The orange and is it blue or is it no? There's a green. I'm sorry.
The green is the Blaster exclusive.
Yeah.
And that's the ones that these were supposed to be printed for. These were supposed to be the green Blaster ones. And that's when they screwed up.
Yeah, so it's cool, but I don't know if Beckett has officially recognized them yet or not. So it might take a little bit of time for this to get in the price guide and stuff like that. So we have no idea what the print run is. I don't know how many of these cases Panini has, which, if you watch the Joe Logano video, there must have been, I don't know, there's going to be hundreds of packs in there.
Oh, yeah, probably 1,000 packs, I bet he had in there.
Yeah. And then I don't know what Panini had at Vegas and how many are left or how many cases are left. So, but it's a really cool, neat little collectible, I should say, for the driver collectors or set collectors. So,
well, we're old school. We're set guys. That's what we want to do is make a set.
Definitely. So I guess this is a good time as any to put our little giveaway here. So if you will on Twitter use the hashtag the 23 in 23, and if you'll tag NasCardRadio and Panini America, then we will select one random person from the hashtag and announce it next week. And it'll be 5 packs of silver foil packs of yellow Optic.
That could be a Christmas song. Silver foil.
Yeah.
Silver foil.
I think we actually worked on that at one of the national. It was silver packs.
Yep.
Instead of silver bells.
Will be opening day.
There you go. So again, kind of a play on the 22 and 22. I figured the hashtag the 23 and 23, which nobody should be using, so only you know about it. So
Yeah.
and if you spread it around, more people in the pool to be selected. So all right.
I'm mocking you.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, anyway, we appreciate everybody watching the show, all the folks week after week. So
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. We say it every week, I think, but we love you guys. Really, we really, really do. We
yeah,
appreciate it.
and it's thanks to Panini for allowing us to even help spread NASCAR trading cards and the joy of collecting. So
Yep.
all
Thank you,
right.
Panini.
Speaking of joy of collecting, let's move over to our next segment here. The 2000 Upper Deck Victory Circle PowerDeck. So for folks who don't know, Upper Deck made cards from, I think it was 1995 to 2000. They had different, brands. And in 2000 Upper Deck Victory Circle, one of the inserts was a Power Deck, and for us old folks, it was CD-ROMs. Well, before CD-ROMs were floppy drives, but the punch cards before that. But I digress. But for the folks in the 90s, CD-ROMs were the thing, and Upper Deck tried something different, and these were inserted one per box. PD 1 through 4 were one per box. There's 24 packs to a box. And then card number 5 and 6, the PD5 and PD6, can't see it because of the banners going, is Dale Earnhardt Jr., and those were seeded one per 287 packs, which is basically 1 in 11 point something boxes. So those are a little harder to get.
Yeah, and Upper Deck was trying to be high tech, which I applaud them for that. It was pretty cool. I don't think I ever bought enough of those Victory Circle packs to get one of those. I never did really. I don't think I ever pulled a CD out of those packs.
So I think they were in the 98 or 99, maybe it was 99, but it was actually a card, and I think it had plastic on the back. I think it is Rusty Wallace, but it wasn't a real official CD-ROM. So I've got a few of them, and I'll play them. But you can see I had a Jeff Gordon, but it didn't survive the trip through the envelope. It wasn't packed.
USPS fail.
Yeah, it was. What is that? The envelope that they send through eBay, so that you don't have to pay it's only 99 cents or whatever for shipping. So instead of putting in a bubble mail or whatever it was, so that's kind of what the back looks like. But for your techies anyway, it uses, I think it was QuickTime. So through the miracle of computers, I have some of the videos that we can watch. So we're going to start with Rusty. I've got Rusty, Earnhardt Jr., and Earnhardt. So it's really cool to see these videos that were available on these CD-ROMs when you put those in your computer, to see these guys back in 2000. So here we go.
I'm Rusty Wallace. Welcome to Upper Deck PowerDeck. Probably the biggest accomplishment in my racing career has been the 1989 Winston Cup Championship year when I won that. Back in 1986 was my first victory. Then after that, the next big accomplishment probably was winning the championship. But right now I'm at 49 wins. I've won a championship. I've been voted Motorsports Hall of Fame Driver of the Year twice. Won an IROC championship and the ASA championship. So there's a lot of neat things I've done in my career, and I'm real proud of. But that 1989 Winston Cup championship is something I like the most. Just makes you feel really good when you take the lead. Past the car who's leading the race, you take the lead and you're leading those laps, and it's a night race. You're going into turn 1 or turn 3 and you just see a whole sea of cameras flashing. because they know it was an exciting moment. They wanted to capture it on camera, and it definitely is an adrenaline rush.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's pretty cool. You could tell the quality of the video is so much different than it is today. And I hadn't even heard the word QuickTime, I guess, since 2000.
It's been a while. So here is Dale Earnhardt Jr. from 2000, who I guess was getting ready to make his Cup debut to do it. So
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. Welcome to Upper Deck, PowerDeck. I've watched my father probably for about 15 years, real close, watching him on the track and off the track, and just watching him handle things and watching him drive his car and how he drove it. So I have access to some of his thoughts about things that's going on in his life, and that's just it's a huge advantage and been a great asset to me. The fans dictate how I drive. I don't know about other race car drivers, but the fans have a lot to do with the way I perform on the racetrack and even how I handle everyday life. When we qualify, I try to listen as hard as I can. We normally shut the motor off right as we cross the finish line, and I try to listen as closely as I can to see whether we're getting a good crowd response, because if they're cheering, normally we've done well.
So there's a young Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh my gosh, he's so young. He's not polished at all. You could just tell. I am Dale Earnhardt Jr. and racing has been very, very good to me.
Like I said, this is so awesome. It's like a little time capsule.
It is.
You don't get that from a physical card, which is just the image, but these power decks are really cool. So I saved Earnhardt because I was hoping to have the Jeff Gordon, but of course it was damaged in the mail, so I didn't have that, and or the other few, but I did want to show this. But the last one is Dale Earnhardt Sr. and watching it, maybe I should play it first before we or talk about it, but it's just really cool to see Dale Earnhardt in his own words. So let me play that, and I'll get your thoughts, what you're thinking, and everybody else, can leave in the comments. But here we go, the PD1 PowerDeck 1 card of Dale Earnhardt Sr. from 2000 Victory Circle.
Hi, I'm Dale Earnhardt. Welcome to Upper Deck, PowerDeck. I'm looking forward to racing against Dale Jr. in the year 2000, sharing with him things about the track. Hopefully my experience will help him move up quicker than most. He can, grasp the Winston Cup Series and then hopefully win right off. The fans are a big part of NASCAR and our racing. When you're coming down to the win and you beat someone out and you do win the race, you know the fans are there. I think the most challenging tracks are the aggressive tracks like Darlington, Bristol, those tracks where it really takes a lot of concentration. I think I like them all. I think I enjoy racing them all. I don't have a bad track. I think Daytona's my favorite track. Started out in the early years probably more aggressive than I am now, and I'm more calculated now than I was in the early years. But as far as the eagerness to get in there and get with it is still the same.
I almost want to cry.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty good. He did a good job with his. Of course, he's been around. He was around forever. Little did we know a year later we were going to lose him.
Right, and there at the end, his favorite track is Daytona, and and talking about some of the harder ones, Darlington and Bristol. So it's just awesome. Like I said, when I watched that the first time, I thought that was really, really cool, and wanted to make sure to share that with everybody. Again, what we do here, try to breathe some life back into some of these other sets. They're not very expensive, but they're really fun to collect, and the Power Deck just kind of was really cool because it's video as well. So
it is very cool. And did you know PSA does grade those?
Okay, awesome.
They've only graded one. There's one in the report, and it's Tony Stewart, and it's a PSA 10.
Gotcha. I don't know how they grade that. I don't know. I guess this would get a one or. But again, and we talked prior to today's show, but you were saying like your computer doesn't even have a CD-ROM.
No, my computer does not have a CD-ROM at all. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I used a CD in my computer. It's been that long, because now I can get on the internet and get anything I want, and I don't have to do anything like that anymore.
Yeah, so they're kind of outdated, but there's some hidden gems out there.
Yeah, they are, and it's a cool little set. Like I said, it's only 6 CDs, and they're of course they fit in a pack of cards, so they're only 2.5 inches wide.
Right.
So
yeah,
but they're balanced. You look at them, you go, wow, that's kind of weird, but the way the computer reads the CDs is from the inside out anyway, so it's perfect for them to put those short videos on there. They can make it smaller and do it like that, so it worked out really good. And I think they're neat. And like Val said, they're not expensive. They're very, very, very reasonably priced.
It's a 1-minute video here, so I'm hoping I can grab or be able to find the last 3 eventually, and then also post those videos. So I will put those videos out on the NasCard Radio YouTube channel, each individually, so they can live on. So if you don't have a CD-ROM,
I don't.
Yeah, so that you can go at a later time and watch those or whatever, and maybe rewatch them and get more out of them watching, because like Dale, I don't know, Senior, if you caught that, I watched it a few times, but he was talking about he's excited that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to be racing in Winston Cup, and then he's hoping that he could catch on faster with his help, to bring him up to speed in Winston Cup. So.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty insightful. And Junior, he apparently did watch and learn from his dad, because Junior's a great super speedway racer as well.
Yeah, and just seeing that video, because there's not a lot of video I could find of Earnhardt Sr. Out there. So,
well, not that we could use.
yeah, well, that too. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyway, but that's all I had for the 2000 Upper Deck Victory Circle PowerDeck. So,
yeah, it's a great set. I've bought a few on eBay. So, but those last 2 are going to be a little bit tougher to find, 5 and 6.
Yeah, Stewart and the Gordon and the other Earnhardt Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. All right. Anything other news tidbits before we go to King's Court?
One more thing that's newsworthy is Alex Bowman was in West Burlington, Iowa, in a sprint car race, and apparently he had a wreck and he's injured himself. I think he's injured his vertebrae in his back. He's going to be out at least 3 to 4 weeks. Guess what? Guess who's coming back?
Dun dun dun.
Who is it?
Josh Berry.
Yeah. So we're going to get to see more Josh Berry. And again, we talked about Josh before. He deserves a cup ride. In my opinion, he is a great racer, and I think he would do very, very well if he was in a situation where he had a stable ride every week in Cup.
Yeah, I think we've been talking about him like was it 2-3 years? He had a short schedule, and or had a just a few rides. He showed how good he was. Then he got a full-time ride, and now he's showing it in Cup. So he's going through the hard knocks there and excelling at these levels. So I'm happy for him, and he's been doing really well. So
yeah, I hate it for Alex Bowman, but I'm happy for Josh Berry.
Well, I mean, Josh Berry didn't push him down or down the flight of stairs or nothing. So, I mean, Alex Bowman, things happen at with Chase Elliott and some of these younger guys. Racing, is still guys can get hurt, right? So
Mhm.
this is not like LeBron James or something, and he pulls a hammy or something.
True.
Um, these guys are out racing vehicles and other stuff, and accidents do happen, and these guys get hurt. So unfortunately, it's bad for Bowen, but Josh Berry can. Luckily, for Hendrick, they have a driver like that on standby, so
Yeah.
that can race.
Yeah. So I guess this year we're going to see a lot of weird stuff again, like with owner points versus driver points and who can get in the chase and all this weird stuff. We'll see what happens, how it all shakes out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think it's music time.
All right, so let's cue the music.
Do it. All right, welcome to this week's King's Court. We're going to start out with an honorable mention here, and it's not the kind of mention I think you want. This was on the 21st of April. It's a Dale Earnhardt 1989 Max racing card autographed by Dale Earnhardt, or maybe not. In my opinion, if you look at this autograph is not real. I've never seen an autograph look like that. There's nothing right about it. The E is not right. The D is not right. The way he does the little swish at the end and comes back, none of that's right. The H is not right. There's just nothing right with this autograph. The reason I wanted to mention this is the seller was asking $599 for this card. They accepted a best offer of $509. So, Val, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with what I said?
Yes, in my opinion, this, Dale Earnhardt Sr. has a few different types of autographs that PSA recognizes, or that over the course of his career, the way he signed. This is one that I'm not familiar with. Usually, if I'm going to buy a Dale Earnhardt Sr. auto, it's either authenticated or it falls in line with the examples that I have, and I think I've talked to other folks where grab some PSA graded examples or authenticated autographs and kind of put them on the computer, and when you see them, to pull them up and look at them. Or if you're even looking at spending $500, that PSA has the quick option. Logan reminded me of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think is it $20 or something like that?
It's very cheap. The quick opinion on PSA, if you're going to spend, this kind of money on an autograph, at the very least, get a quick opinion and also do your homework. Because I think anybody could tell that, in our opinion, this is not a legitimate autograph. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we'll see this thing in a PSA holder and maybe it's authentic, but I honestly think that, in my opinion, no way that this is, even because it doesn't look hurried, for one thing. I could see it. I could see a strange looking autograph if it was hurried up, but you can tell that he used his time, or whoever did, used their time with that marker. It's nice and dark. It's nice and bold. It's not like it's not streaky, because, and then you even look at that A or whatever it is in the Dale, it's like cut off or something. It's weird. The whole thing just looks very strange to me.
What looks strange is that at the tail end there with the extra loop back, as well as the E. But yeah, usually if they don't look right, like I said, either go for a second opinion or walk away. If you're going to spend that kind of money, you definitely. I mean, you can buy. Granted, this is an '89, so I can see it having some more value, but it's even more important that it's either certified or a quick opinion or something, or looks more like a normal signature,
Yeah.
just kind of protect yourself. So, yeah, I don't know what kind of return policy, and sometimes that's really tough because if you're going to send it to PSA or Beckett or whatever, it takes you that lag time to get it there back, and if it doesn't come back authentic, then your window might be closed for doing a return or something
That's
if
very
they
true.
do
So,
offer a return. So that's the other one it's tough on eBay and stuff. So yeah, I guarantee it'll pass, the um, third party authentication, but I only give you 30 days or 15 days to return it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but in my opinion, this is not a legit autograph.
yeah, I would have passed on that.
That would have been a hard pass for me. And when I saw this, when I was looking through my eBay listings, I'm like, wow. Even before the show, Val and I talked about it. And I mean, I didn't even say anything to Val, and he had the same opinion that I have. So that and we've seen hundreds and hundreds of his autograph, and we know what to look for. And this is just not it. So basically what we're trying to do here is do some education, give you some tips on, if you're going to spend this kind of money, either already buy it authenticated or get a quick opinion, or, do some comparison, do your homework before you just go out and buy something like this.
Yep.
All right. So with that being said, let's head to our Joker of the Week. This was on the 20th of April. So Junior Johnson and Hut Strickland signed McDonald's uncut NASCAR card sheet rare. They were asking $249 for this thing. They accepted the best offer of $100. I think that's okay. It's an uncut sheet. The problem I have with uncut sheets is they're so hard to display and take care of, and they can get messed up so easily. But
This is already framed.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's got the Junior Johnson signature on it. It's got Hut Strickland on there. That was a special set that they issued at McDonald's. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's unusual. It's different. It's odd because I've never seen an uncut sheet of that. And you look how they did that, Val. They got half of the fronts and half of the backs. And if you flip it over, it's the same way.
Right.
So kind of strange how they printed them like that. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice little conversation piece. It's a nice display piece. So I like it. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah, very nice.
All right. So next up, Jack of the Week, our young driver. This was the 26th of April. Here we go again. We seem to have him a lot. It's a 2022 Topps Chrome F1 Logan Sargent orange rookie with his scribble. It's out of 25. The seller was asking $1,699.99 for this thing. They settled on a best offer of $850.
Oh wow.
Which is still, I think, a little high.
Yeah.
He's unproven, but that's the chance you take. It's still a cool card. I mean, anybody with the name of Logan, in my opinion, is pretty cool. But I like the card. I really do. I wish he had a better autograph, but it's still a nice looking card. It looks like it would grade pretty well. I don't know that it would get a 10. I would probably put a 9 on that one, but it's pretty neat. So, like I said, what do you think, Val?
Yeah, no, I think it's again, F1 is not my space to prospect. So
No,
$900 for auto out of 25, for driving a lower level team. I'm not sure about, but there could be some die-hard Logan fans out there. So
yeah, could be, but I look at it this way. I have to weigh, okay, $850 versus for that autograph versus $850 for a really nice rare Dale Earnhardt Sr. autograph. I'm going to go with Dale Earnhardt Sr. every time. I mean, he's a proven quantity. You're not going to lose any money on that. It's only going to go up. So Yeah, that's just my opinion, but that's still a cool card. So,
Oh yeah, it's I like the orange and the background and stuff. That stripe behind his shoulder. Yeah, it's a nice looking card. Like I said, it's kind of out of my price range, but I can understand where the buyer's coming from. So
yeah,
good luck with that. But it's a good looking card and pretty impressive with this economy. So
yeah, no doubt. All right, so let's move on to our Queen of the Week. This was also on the 26th of April, and we were just talking about her. 2022 Prism NASCAR Gold Victoria's Secret model, Tony Breidinger. It's autographed. It's out of 10. It's a gold, and not only that, it's a PSA 10. They were asking $899.99 for this. They settled for a best offer of $650
wow.
for Tony Breidinger.
Wow, who's making a truck start here next week or whatever?
Yeah, I mean that's a really cool card. I like that card a lot. Is it worth $650? Probably not to me, but I'm sure there's a collector out there who may have the 101 and needs the rainbow, and there you go.
Yeah, if she wins that race next week, we'll see.
Oh my God. You want to know? I think I'll predict it now. I predict she will finish ahead of Haley Deegan.
Whoa, okay.
I'm going out on a limb, but it's not a very sturdy limb, but I'm going out on that limb. But yeah, that's a cool card. I like it. It's a nice looking card, and it's very well centered. I think. Well, of course, it's a 10, but it's a nice card. So congrats to whoever got it.
Yeah, very very cool.
And she doesn't have a scribble autograph either.
No, you can read that. So
sure can. Tony B.
All right.
So next up, our King of the Week. Man, this is one we're going to probably be talking about here for a few minutes. This was on the 23rd of April. It's 1983 Uno Dale Earnhardt rookie SGC 8.5. And this card went out for bidding. And it ended up at $3,204.33 with 19 bids.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So, Val.
Yes, Logan.
What would just a PSA 8.5 go for, you think? At least the same.
Yeah, I would think
a little
so.
bit more. Now, here's the big question. And we didn't talk about this before the show. A PSA 10. Judging from this, what do you think?
I don't even.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like what a 9 would go for, what a 10 would go for. I don't know. They're so. I don't think people realize how tough they are. Well, I guess 19 people do. I don't know, 5, 6. I would have thought that before this, so I don't know if it's creeped up more than that. We just don't see them. They are in collections, and nobody wants to get rid of them.
Mm-mm.
So that tells you something there. The market's definitely not flooded with these. There's not a lot of them to begin with, but it's just amazing that these are now at this price. Because we know years ago what they were going for. So, $50, $75.
Yeah. So I was going to say what I'm thinking, if this card in if it's this price in a SGC 8.5, a PSA 10 has got to be 6,000-7,000, maybe even north of that for a PSA 10. Would be
yeah. I don't know. I'd love to see, some of them come out to market. Like I said before this, I would have said, maybe 5 or 6. So maybe it moves it to 6 to 7 for a PSA 10.
Yep. But that's a heck of a card. Like you said, Val, people don't realize how rare they are. And then with that that Uno black on the back, that gets scuffed real easy. It's really easy for that thing to have some surface wear. So getting PSA 10s is not easy.
Yeah, I've had some of those, and then they all have come back nines, where I think they put that black light on that on that back, and that will show all the scratches. So
Sure will.
getting a to your point, a 10 is pretty tough because of that. So even when they were on the sheets, they're sliding them across, or when they get cut up, and then if they put in the sets or whatever it was, just those scratches that you can't see with the naked eye. So, but
Yeah,
black
so
light can't hide it from the black light.
no, you can't. So congrats to whoever got this.
Yes.
I think, in today's climate, that's probably not a bad price for that card. It may be a tad high, maybe, but still, I think it's a good deal for whoever got it. I don't think you're going to lose on it. So congratulations to whoever bought that card. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would say, I think if, and this, I don't know if it'll come out right. I think if these were more plentiful, this would be a Grail card, but it's not a Grail card because they're scarce, compared to the 88 Max and stuff like that, that they're well known. But it's, I don't know, I was trying to think of, like, in baseball, some of these, really great cards that are tough, but they wouldn't be a Grail card because they're just,
They're hard.
they're hard to,
hard to find.
yeah. So,
would you think it's a glamour card though? A NASCAR glamour card?
it's probably one of the
I would think so.
top 5 all time.
Yep.
Behind the 72 STP Petty, maybe the 72 STP Allison. I think that's another one that's super scarce that is right up there, but you just don't see it. And of
No.
course, Earnhardt, his career and the mystique around him, and the way this 83 Uno kind of, it was after the 88 Max and stuff that this 83 Uno set was discovered. So,
Yeah.
but let me see if I can't remember, but I know we talked about the 83 Uno in episode 31. So you can always go back to episode 31 about the 83 Uno set. A lot of information there. So, but I like it just because it's one of his first cards. So
Me too. I don't think you can't have enough of that card.
anyway, yep.
All right. So moving on, I guess our ace of the week, our 1 of 1. This was on the 23rd of April. It's a 2022 Topps Dynasty F1 red Sebastian Vettel triple patch, of course, 1 of 1. This is one of the rarer times that the F1 cards go out for bidding. It seems like they always have a looking for a best offer with a sky high price, but this one actually went out for bidding. It went for $2,655 with 29 bids. And I think those patches are cool. You can tell they're off his suit. The middle one's got the wing from the Aston Martin logo. Then the Pirelli tires is on the right. Now, I don't know what the patch on the part of the left side is. I was looking on his uniform. I couldn't really tell. I'm sure if somebody out there can find out and let us know in the comments, that would be great. But this car is really cool. It's just, I just like the way the patches look. It's all green with the white, and you can tell, like I said, it's straight off of his uniform. His autograph is okay. It's not great, but if you look at it, it's not streaky. So the autograph should grade well. It may very well get a 10. But it's a nice card. I like that card.
Yeah, that is awesome. Those patches. That's the way a 101 should have its patches.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you, brother.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Cool card. All right, so let's end it up here with our Royal Flush. This was on the 26th of April. And it's a 2020 Topps Chrome F1 Max Verstappen orange PSA 8 with a 10 auto. There's a pop 3 apparently of this card out there, and they say rare exclamation point. They were asking $25,000 for this card, and I am flabbergasted at this price. They accepted a best offer of $20,250.
Wow.
Yeah, big 5-digit right there, buddy. That's some serious money for that card in an 8, PSA 8.
That is just amazing. 20 grand.
Yeah, man, what I could do with 20 grand with cards with NASCAR. I know we say that a lot, but still.
Well, it's a 2020. It's Max Verstappen. We don't know how many championships he's got going here.
No, he may
on
blow
his
Lewis
runs.
out of the water for all we know.
Yeah, we'll have to check back in about 5 years, but yeah. So this might look like a steal, but
Yeah,
that is incredible. 20 grand. It is a pretty card. I think we talked about it before with that dark blue fire suit and the yellow and the red for the Red Bull. And that orange background pops that autograph there in that shaded area. It's a
yeah.
beautiful
Hey,
card.
zoom in on his autograph. I want to look at it real quick. His autograph looks pretty good. That one doesn't look streaky either.
No, better not with a 10 auto.
Yeah, so it's a 10 auto. So that's a very nice looking auto.
The corners look good. It must be the back.
Yeah, the corners do look good. I mean, I don't know if the surface hurt it, or I mean, who knows where it got dinged.
Because they don't show a photo of the back. So
yeah,
but it presents really, really nice. It presents like a 10.
It does. I mean, that's a beauty. It's a beautiful card.
Yeah.
So again, congrats to whoever got that one. That was a lot of money. A lot more money than I got to spend on cards these days.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations, whoever got it. That's a beautiful card.
Sure is. So that's it for this week's King's Court.
All right, awesome. All right. Let's wrap it up here. Any final words?
Yes, you always know what my final words are. Ty freaking Gibbs. Hashtag skid marks. And slab fire. So I'll hit the slab fire real quick. Slab fire.
All right.
Slab fire. Hashtag slab fire.
Yep. Let's see what I have it around here somewhere. Where'd it go? Anyway. There it is. So I did have a giveaway. We're also going to be have another giveaway over the weekend. It will be autographed Danica, who might be one of the 75 greatest drivers. We'll see. That's for Logan's benefit. If you've been watching the last few weeks, but that'll be on social media. So that'll be going on, and then also the secret 5 yellow packs as well. So if you follow directions for that, but again, also next week our special segment is going to be on the 1987-1988 World of Outlaws with the Jeff Gordon with the little pencil mustache, and Dave Blaney's in that as well. So we'll do a deep dive on that next week, and then we'll have the race recaps and everything else, and I guess whatever else we get into. So, but for me and Logan, thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Please share the podcast. Share trading cards, racing trading cards with your friends. And for me and Logan, we appreciate it very much. I hope everybody has a great, safe weekend, and we will catch you next week. All right, we're out of here.